What?
And I'm going to give you one opportunity because we're friends.
Winner! Yeah, F him. They went from loving this guy, best move ever, to hating him.
There's nowhere for him to go. I think there's one place.
You can't do that in the national team.
Do you even know what you're talking about?
Successful and sexy? No. It wasn't aggravating at times? Yes.
Sorry,
That's not very fair.
It's not about being fair.
Welcome to the greatest soccer show ever.
All Man United fans live in the past.
Hey, welcome to We Are Soccer. It's Saturday night. Yep, we're going live a day early because tomorrow's Super Bowl Sunday, and we know everybody's going to be watching the Super Bowl. We will probably be watching it as well. So we figured we'd go live tonight. We'd have a little fun. We're going to be here for an hour. We're going to talk soccer. We're going to talk Super Leagues. Yeah, that crap's back again. We'll have some MLS updates. Arsenal are slumping. Is it a slump? Is it a loss and a draw? It's a slump compared to how they started the season. Chelsea are drawing. Graham Potter. Ooh, it's not going as planned there, eh? And then I've got not one, but two lock bets for you guys. Take that as you will, because every bet I made today did not work out as I had hoped. But, yeah, whatever. Tomorrow, I think there are two surefire wins. Neither one I'll be happy with, but I think I'll put money on them, and I think you should too. Before we really jump in and get going here, I want to say a big thank you to Soccer World, who's been a friend and big helper of We Are Soccer for a long time now. They are currently in the midst of their 50% off sale. Some good, great stuff on sale for 50%. Get down there. Get your gear. Soccer World. 3 locations here in Metro Detroit. Or hit them up on soccerworld.net. Another big thank you to Next Level Training. I absolutely love those guys, man, and what they do. There is a reason that players and coaches from around the country know the name Aaron Bird and Next Level Training. I'm not kidding. I've talked to so many people who know Aaron just from his training and just from what he does here. Listen, I also want to tell you about a new friend we've got, superfanpacks.com. I've been buying some sports memorabilia, some fan packs, some cards. Check them out, superfanpacks.com. Awesome new friends who are helping us here at We Are Soccer. Do us a favor, all 3 of those friends, give them a like, give them a share. Go to find them on social media, hit them up. All right, we got lots to get to, lots and lots to get to. Nate is on his way in currently. It is a Saturday night. We did have to interrupt family time, so he had to put the kids to bed, had to make sure his wife had dinner, had to do whatever he had to do. He's probably doing some vacuum cleaning, a little dusting at his house. He is running a couple of minutes late. He will be here. But we do have Brooks. Hi, Brooks.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Hey, look what I got, guys.
Yeah, man.
Hold on. I gotta move it.
That looks sexy.
Yeah.
Look
Now
at
listen. If you guys want one, I'm gonna tell you this. This is a large. It's a little tight on me right now in the sleeves, a little bit, and it's a little tight just around here. If you want some extra room, I suggest you go a size up. But darn it, you get some awesome Miami Vice sweatshirt gear, and you represent it and show us a photo, whether you're watching the show or wherever you are. Give us a darn photo. Tag us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let us see your WAS gear. Let's go.
Yeah,
anyways,
man.
For me, I was really far from the mic there, so I hope that was okay.
That looks awesome, man. That looks really cool, by the way.
Yes. It was good design, Craig. Good job.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyways, a little more updates for me as well in the intro here. So we have the U17 U.S. national team for the boys, the men, or we can call them, that are qualifying for the World Cup. So the CONCACAF qualifiers are going on right now. Tonight, 8 o'clock, U.S. is taking on Barbados. Okay? On the 13th of February, they take on Trinidad at 8 o'clock. All these games, I believe, okay, so tonight is on FS2. The one on the 13th can be found on FS1. And then February 15th, we play our rivals to the north, Canada, the team that the country that Nate loves, apparently, because he loves Tim's.
I love it.
Yes, because he loves Tim Hortons coffee as well.
But don't tune into those games yet.
Not yet.
Stick around with us for a little bit.
Yes.
Stick around with us for a little bit.
Yes. Anyways, Canada, February 15th, 8 p.m. It's on FS2. I encourage everyone to watch the U17s. Those are the ones that'll be the next up-and-coming ones into the U.S. men's national team. So you want to learn about our system, you want to learn about our players that are playing overseas or in other MLS academies. San Jose Earthquakes got 3 guys starting tonight in that lineup. 3. Wow. Guys from Seattle, guys from LAFC, LA Galaxy, one guy from Columbus Crew, who I've scouted live, who's been pretty darn good. So Inter Miami, we have a few guys. So yes, we have guys from all over the country and all different MLS academies in this U17 team. So look out for them.
Awesome, man. Lots and lots going on with American soccer. Lots of great young talent playing around the world and kicking butt. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do what we normally do. We're gonna jump in. We're gonna talk a little EPL. We're going to talk about some of the results that happened today. We'll talk about some of the games that are happening tomorrow. And we'll show you the table and give you our thoughts on that. All right, games today did not go as I had planned, unfortunately. I really thought Chelsea would get their stuff together. I thought they'd come out and they would take it to West Ham, who are lingering down in the bottom half of the table. And West Ham came out and put up a 1-1 draw with Chelsea. Chelsea, I will say, absolutely dominated the first half of that game. Absolutely dominated. Had 3 goals called back, 2, maybe 3, definitely 2 for offsides, marginal offsides. Chelsea, though, I'm telling you what, they did look good. I do think once these players get up to speed fully with each other and the speed of the English game, they are going to take off, and I think they are going to rise up the table pretty quickly. João Felix looked good. Mudryk looked really good. Enzo, second game in a row he started, he looked really good. They are putting it together. It is going to happen for Chelsea, in my opinion. Today, the soccer gods did not shine upon them. They were marginally offsides. And I will say, though, West Ham did have their chances. They should have won. There was an offsides later in the game on Zušek that was called to bring that back to 1-1. It is what it is. I have seen a couple of posts, couple of people wondering about Graham Potter. Is he good enough? Is he going to be sticking around? I'm telling you, Brooks, I don't know about you, but for me, it's just a matter of time before these players really get up to speed with each other and the league, and then I think they're going to take off.
It'll be interesting to see what Graham Potter can do. Now, we've kind of talked about he could be the one that could go. Like, he could be a one and done thing for him, where he doesn't come back, at the end of this, at the beginning of next year, or he gets fired before this year's even over.
They've signed him to a 5-year deal.
I know. So why would you want to pay him out that money?
A lot of money, but they don't care about the money, right?
Why I think Jose Mourinho was so good, because he knew when he got those contracts that he's like, oh, you're gonna get rid of me. My agent made sure that if you got rid of me, I get paid a buttload of money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I did predict earlier this year, before the January window, I think as a group, you, Nate, and I predicted this, if everybody wants to remember, that Graham Potter was going to be sacked before the end of the year.
Yeah.
After watching the last 2 weeks, I may be changing that. Stance again. I think his team is putting it together, and it's just a matter of time.
Yes.
I think they are absolutely going to put it together, and they're going to rise up the table. They played really well today. It was an entertainment game against West Ham. And we did just get joined by Nate, the fluffer. Hopefully you got all the dust, everything vacuumed up at your house. You're good to go. Let's turn his mic on here. Nate, how are you, buddy? You doing all right tonight?
Yeah, I can't believe Chelsea beat West Ham, that diabolical team that's so far up the table. Because based on the comments I heard of you thinking they're going to rise, that's only what I'm assuming is that they took care of West Ham that's almost going to be relegated, right?
They did not. They
won. Okay.
They won.
Okay. So we're celebrating the fact that their loanee that's costing them multiple millions of dollars scored his first goal. Yippity skippity da.
To be honest, João Felix is costing them
won't be there next year.
$666,000 1,000 pounds per game.
Yep, and I love how he's like just blasting out like, oh yeah, I love it here. Chelsea's a real. Blah, blah, blah.
I think he's aiming for a move.
He won't be there unless they're. What are they going to do with Nkunku then? The guy that they just paid $80 million for who plays the exact same
Who hasn't
position.
joined yet though? Will be joining in the summer.
Yeah, because he's already signed, but he's joining after the season. That was the agreement.
Right. I think what you missed was they played very well. They scored 3 goals that were called back due to marginally called offsides. But over the entire course of the game, I thought they were a better team, and I do expect them to pick up points in the next several matches to rise up the table. They will not make Champions League, though.
Of course they were the better team. They were playing West Ham.
Yeah, I mean, I got nothing for you there.
What do you, I mean, like...
West Ham have been really poor this year.
Yeah.
I mean, really poor. Mikel Antonio looks like he's back up to speed, though, so it's good to see him playing again. Yeah. Souček looks like he might be back up to speed. So West Ham are rising.
Yes. We have a comment from Mark Felton. So he said, hey, everyone, I think Potter is out of his depth at Chelsea, and we'll get a better manager. I think Potter will be better at Leeds.
That's an interesting, really interesting perspective. I will say, Mark, good call. We predicted that he was going to be out of his league, out of the depth, or however you want to say it, because he was an average manager. He had 1 good year at Brighton. His win percentage before he got to I'm all over the place right now. Before he got to Chelsea was 53%.
Yeah.
Poor. He had 1 good year with Brighton, and all of a sudden Chelsea went out and paid millions of pounds to get him. So,
yes.
But we keep the comments coming, guys.
Leeds is interesting, yeah. And then Kirk Hodges is asking you, how many autographs did you sign the past 24 hours at Soccer World there, Craig?
Contrary to popular belief, the line out the door at Soccer World was not because I was signing autographs. That's next week I'm signing autographs. So there'll be another line there. But no, that was the line to get in. Our boy Nate was out there purchasing gear, and Nate, the haul you brought in from Soccer World, man,
was your family
unbelievable?
Was your
the amount
family
of
happy?
Cool stuff you had.
You thought I played around, didn't you?
Oh man, it was no playing around.
I don't mess around. I've done this for years. I'm a seasoned veteran. Of course, the line threw me off. That was and I was disappointed because I felt like I messed this one up this year because I wasn't anticipating the line, and I went, that's weird. People are standing in a line. That's never happened before. And I just kind of ignored it. And then I was like, damn. So
that might be the We Are Soccer bump. People, they formed a line because everybody watches our show, knew about that sale. We've been promoting it for them, helping promote. So you never know. Just saying.
We help our sponsors.
I
Anyone else out there who want to, see what? And allegedly, there is this thing called the Craig Hurd bump too. You know, there is a thing. You get an interview with Craig, your career goes up.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for my sandwich they can name after me.
Hey, the Nate Special is a real thing when you walk in.
See, you got food named after you. I just want a darn sandwich. That's all I want. Like, local sandwich shop. Just give me a sandwich.
Hungry?
Call it the Brooks sandwich. Yeah.
I want to eat the Brooks. That doesn't sound good.
I can't get a wait to get a foot long of Brooks in my mouth. Speaking of inappropriate comments,
boys. Yes. No words, boys.
Did Brooks get his intro?
No, I did not.
Does he need an intro?
He got an alright intro. It wasn't quite a Nate.
It was talking about this awesome hoodie that I got.
Yeah, check that out. Hey, I want to reiterate, if anybody's interested, that is on our store, wearesoccer.show. Yeah. Not .com, .show. You can also find a link to that on our Facebook group.
I think Michael Tyson got one. I know Nate's getting one for one of our super fans. Yep. And then,
Yeah, those are a lot of them were ordered last week. They're coming in this week. So if you ordered one, please. I do want to quickly kind of jump ahead here. Arsenal 1, Brentford 1. All right, boys, listen.
Here it comes.
Arsenal for years have overperformed for the first half of the season, and then all of a sudden
Here it comes.
We predicted that it wouldn't happen this year, but here it is. They lost last week to Everton. The new manager bounced with Sean Dyche, and now this week, tying Brentford, and probably should have lost, to be honest. Is it coming, Nate? Is this it? Is it dropping off? They are still 6 points ahead. We'll show the table here shortly. They are still 6 points ahead in the league. We're all even on games. But is this it? Is it happening?
Well, here's the problem with that 6 points ahead. What team do they got to play twice?
Man City.
Yep. So they're playing Man City next week. They're playing some team called the Villa. I never heard of them.
Yeah, they'll pick up points there.
Leicester, Everton, Bournemouth. So their schedule's not really hard. I'd almost throw Liverpool in there. I guess it's still a team that can play.
Right.
I think. But
Depends if they want to show up. I mean, they just
you got to play Newcastle, who's still fighting to be top 4.
Yeah.
You got to play Chelsea, who spent a lot of money, but maybe by the time they play in April, they'll learn how to play together. City twice, and then not any trip up games that you have in between there.
Do they play my Seagulls?
Yeah.
That's not a guaranteed win.
That's not a guaranteed win either.
No.
But
Not
then
anymore.
that's what I'm saying. You got a couple trip up games in there, here and there, that could easily happen.
Yeah,
Fulham.
Oh, Fulham up in the top half of the table. Listen, you're not wrong. There's 2 or 3 games right there that could trip them up. And if you lose more than 6 games in a Premiership season, you are not going to be crowned champions.
If they lose
Correct.
Wednesday, all bets are off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they draw or win, if they come away with some points Wednesday,
Yep.
I know it's like an easy take to make, but okay, yeah. But City plays them twice. They're 6 points ahead. They win. City wins on a Wednesday.
There's that gap closed.
Yes.
Right there, it's done.
Oh, absolutely.
It's done.
Yes.
So now it's
And-
anyone's game.
And it would crush their spirits, would it not? Because if everybody takes into perspective this, Arsenal is a super, super young team.
Yep.
Right? They've been flying high. They've had a little dent now. And if all of a sudden they're like, uh-oh, here comes big bad Man City, we lose to them,
Yep.
their hopes will be dented and broken,
Yes.
in my opinion.
And City
Man
already-
City would just go, hey, we got this.
Yep.
Man City, by the way,
Beat them in the FA Cup.
play tomorrow, which after what's happened this week or come out over the last several days with them, the Premiership putting an investigation together and now giving it to an independent investigator, 109 charges are coming against Man
I don't know
City.
if they get out of this one.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
They'll get out of it. I think they will get out of it. They'll be slapped with
Remember
One of these times, and it could be this time, it's going to happen, and it's going to scare the shit out of everyone else, and they're going to be like, we can't do this anymore, or we can't do what we were doing before, and we got to find another way. Just like in the financial business. Everyone finds a loophole with everything,
loopholes all over the
and then the regulators come in, they start to regulate that, and then, they make things tougher, and then people find loopholes for other things.
Nate, you look like you want to talk, Nate.
Remember when we all thought Barcelona was going to be done?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they're still in major debt. Let's not
Yeah,
deny that.
well,
They're
fine.
still selling
They're in
TV
major
rights.
debt, but they're
Doesn't
6
matter.
points ahead in the Liga now because they were able
Well,
to
why are they
register players
complaining
and
about
buy
the
players.
Super League?
And they're still
They want the
buying
Super League
players.
because they want to make it even so they can buy
$1
players.
billion a year to bring themselves out of debt.
Yeah. By the way, Kirk Hodges, Arsenal are dropping like Nate's sleeves in the summer.
Whoa.
Ooh, I like that one. No, they want.
Andrew Kelly over here on
Yeah.
Facebook says Arsenal equals choker.
I don't know. I think Arsenal wants Super League because they're like, we're in so much of debt, we can't compete with that anymore. We want to make things fair so we can be good again.
Let me ask you
That's
this.
how I look at it.
The game on Wednesday, Nate, if Arsenal lose,
Yeah, open
it's
field.
over? It's over?
It's not over, but it's absolute open field.
Yeah.
If Arsenal can tie or take away, or tie or win, then I think they coast it out because they got enough padding
Yeah.
there.
What's the table look like?
All right, here you go. You asked for it. You
Yeah.
ready? All right, there you
'Cause
go.
I'm
Arsenal's
curious.
to the top with 51 points on 21 games. Manchester City play tomorrow, by the way, so they'll be at 22 games, and I fully expect them. Villa fans, earmuffs on this one. I fully expect Man City to take all 3 points. I think Man City tomorrow come out pissed off. I think the entire club is telling each other, hey, it's the Premiership and all these other teams against us. They hate us. They don't like what we've done. They're making this crap up. You've got to come out and show it. And I think they come pissed off.
Nah, I think Villa, because they're owned by the Bucks, are gonna win.
Yeah, you should put a lot of money on that.
Somebody told me because they're the Bucks
the Bucks of the EPL.
Bucks top
Yeah.
here.
Listen, Man City tomorrow come with a chip on the shoulder, and they are going to railroad Aston Villa, in my opinion.
Yes.
Are you going to watch that game or you skip it?
I might hide behind the couch and peek out
Turn
every
off
once
10
in a while.
minutes and just go, yep, yeah, it's about what I thought. Turn it off.
Yep. I mean, listen, if Villa pick up points tomorrow, I'm going to be drunk. I'm going to be drunk. So I won't even make it to the Super Bowl in the evening. I will just be flat out drunk from
This will be a public
Passed
service
out.
announcement to everyone who lives in Craig Hearn's neighborhood. If you see him streaking through your neighborhood screaming, "We did it! We did it!" Just go about your business and understand he'll go back inside after 15 minutes.
Brooks, I know you want to say something, but I do want to remind everybody that Aston Villa have played Man City this year already. We tied 1-1. Tyrone Mings had Mr. Erling Haaland in his pocket for almost the entire game. 1-1. Villa looked like they could snake it at the end, but didn't. Took a point. That was at Villa Park. Tomorrow is at the Etihad. So, again, I am not looking forward to that one. I do think they come out pissed off.
Yes. Oh, Danny Garrett was asking if we ever get my sandwich named after me at a shop, what would be the toppings?
What would be the toppings?
I don't know what that would be, to be honest
I
with
know.
you. I am a ham person. I do like bacon.
No, it'd be like bologna, mustard, and candy.
That's really
Like candy.
candy.
It's
Like Trick. He's going to have like Tricks or Fruity Pebbles put on there.
Reese's Puffs.
With the side
there
of
you go.
chocolate milk.
With a side, of course. I mean, it comes with the side of the combo.
Yeah.
That's implied.
Yeah.
Yes.
The sandwich comes with a chocolate milk and tater tots.
And a toy.
And fruits.
Well, of course.
Yeah. And then you get fruit snacks too as like your dessert. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right, let's read down some of the other scores real quick here. Let me flip back as we read down some of those scores. Your Seagulls, Brooks, tied Crystal Palace 1-1.
Woo!
Fulham rolled over Nottingham Forest 2-0. Nottingham Forest, goodbye. You are relegated very soon. Leicester City 4-1 over Tottenham. Tottenham
They're on a
scored
roll.
first. Leicester City, that could have been 6-1.
Yeah.
They are. And let's talk about this real quick. Leicester City are about to head up the table because I can see them putting it together. Iheanacho, James Maddison have been playing very, very well. The only reason Brendan Rodgers is still at Leicester City is because a couple of months ago, when they were going through such a bad patch, they didn't want to fire him because in his contract, it says they would have to pay him £10 million. And I heard they could not afford that, so they said, let's just leave him in charge and hopefully we'll make it through the year and we'll deal with it in the summer. The only reason that he's still there is because they didn't want to pay the manager £10 million to go away, and now he is doing a wonderful job. I mean, I got to be honest. Nate, I know you want to say something, Nate. Give me a second. Leicester City up into 13th. I'm telling you what, they get another couple of wins, they'll be up in the top half of the table. Yes, sir.
You know who plays Leicester City in 2 weeks?
Brighton?
Arsenal.
So
that's what I mean. Like, you know, they lose on Wednesday. Ooh,
There's no
boy.
guaranteed win there. Is it
Oh,
at
boy.
Leicester or home at Arsenal?
At Leicester.
That's not easy.
I mean, we've said it. We make fun of this a lot. The Premiership does not have a ton of parity when it comes to the top 5 or 6. This year, I think there's any of the big boys can lose, right?
Yeah.
We've seen Brentford go and beat Man United, and then they also go and beat Man City at Man City. There is a lot of Everton, who's in a relegation battle, goes and beats the number 1 team in Arsenal. There's parity. I'm telling you that any given week, it can happen. Some of the results this year have been absolutely nuts. 4-1, Leicester City over Tottenham. Tottenham struggling. Conte needs to get that team back on.
Yep.
Youngmin Son does not look like the same player. Eric Dyer is not your center back. I've been calling this for 2 years. Get rid of the man. Fraser Foster got a start in goal because Hugo Lloris is hurt. That's probably a bonus, actually, but Fraser Foster did not play very well. Perisic looks his age. I'm sorry. Conte will leave at the end of the year because it is not good enough. Leicester City rising up the table, as we talked about. Nate, did you want to say something?
No.
All right. You just put your head in your hand and all right. Southampton 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. Southampton, you're going to be gone soon.
Yeah.
Bournemouth 1, Newcastle 1. This one actually surprised me. I had money on Newcastle to get the job done. very bummed they did not.
Did you bet Miguel Almiron would score?
No, I did not. No, I'm not an Almiron fan, just an FYI. But here we go. Let's look. Newcastle in 4th spot on 41 points. I thought they were going to pick up points today and jump ahead of Man United. That did not happen. Bournemouth get a point. And listen, again, a team that's been on the rise, Newcastle, have been playing really well, picking up points in almost every game, stumble against a team who's second from bottom. It's a fun league this year. Yeah. It is fun to watch.
That
There's
bottom,
a lot of parity.
Those bottom, like, from Wolverhampton Wanderers down.
Yep.
I mean, that's going to be interesting.
Yep.
Like, now those teams win games, they usually get a point, so they usually don't get 3. So Leeds are in trouble.
Leeds are in big
and if
trouble
Sean Dice
right now.
turns that around and just gets results soccer,
Yep.
things can turn around
Leeds
very
tomorrow,
quickly.
by the way. So this is my real. I'm going to come back to my screen here.
Yeah.
This is my real lock bet of the weekend. Kids, you're not allowed to bet unless you're over 18. I think that's the law, right?
Yes.
Is that what it is? 18? Not 21? 18? Like drinking? I don't know. Anyway, Leeds, I thought, did really well against Man United the other day to pick up a point. I don't see Leeds doing anything tomorrow. I think Man United comes out and goes, we're the better team. We're going to prove it. We're going to take it to you. And that's it. I don't think Leeds are going to be able to. I think it could be 3-0.
So you ever play a team that you knew you were better than, and they like tied you, and they were celebrating like they just like won the playoff championship?
That's Leeds.
That was Leeds.
Yes.
In Old Trafford.
Yes.
And what did Man United think of that?
Man United left going, we screwed that game up.
Yep.
They're gonna come out and bone crush them. I mean, it's just what's gonna happen.
I got to be
I'm not saying
honest.
that as a United fan. It's two different teams in two different areas.
Yep.
They were celebrating a draw. United was pissed they got the draw.
Oh yeah.
They're
And
gonna
they
take
should
it out
have
to them
been.
in 4
They
days.
should have been pissed, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think United should.
No, they should've.
United were 2-0 down. They're sort of lucky to come back.
They were, and
get that draw. But
no, and I'm not saying anything against Leeds. I'm not saying that they didn't deserve the draw. I'm not saying that United played well. I'm just saying you look at it at the end of the game, you had one sideline celebrating and high-fiving each other for actually allowing a team to come back when they were up on them 2-0, not coming back on a team, and the team that came back were pissed that they were even down in the first place. Yeah. So, I think you're going to have, I'm not sure about this Waghurst. I wasn't sure about him coming in.
He hasn't impressed.
I
got to be honest, he has not impressed. He hasn't been worth.
He's only been starting because they're waiting for Anthony Montreal to be fully healthy, and then once that, but as soon as they sub him off, they end up scoring.
The problem in that game versus Leeds the other day was, to start off the game, in my opinion, for some reason all of a sudden decided to go to this tactic of deploying Rashford on the right. He has been, for lack of a better term, kicking ass on the left.
Oh, I know
he
why.
loves to come in from the left and score goals. As soon as they put him back there, what do you know? He's scoring goals. It's silly that they went away from it. Go ahead, Nate. Why?
They had Chris Richards actually was doing a number on him.
Yeah, he did play well against them. He didn't play today, too, Chris Richards. He was hurt in that 1-1 draw with Brighton.
The other game, yeah. So
Well, the other game he was doing really well.
Sure, I get it, but
he did.
But that.
Oh yeah.
But one game is going to determine. I mean, several games. He's been the top goal scorer since we come back from the World Cup. So why they all of a sudden decided to deploy him on the right instead of the left, where he's been absolutely hammering the ball in the net? I do not know. As soon as they put him back over there, the game changes, and Man United are off and running and scoring goals.
I think you also had, wasn't Anthony was not playing that game.
Yeah, Anthony was not playing.
Garnacho's young. He plays the left, so I think it was a tactical thing as well. And then they brought in Sancho, and then Sancho, to his credit, the guy, I mean, I know you're not a big United fan, Craig.
Not at all.
So some might say you hate him, and we're still working on that Valentine's gift here to get you over that hump. But you got to give respect to a guy who was almost out of the game, apparently, because of depression in Sancho. And that's why he was gone and left. And to come back and shake that off and then be intricate, not only perform well, but have the goal that,
brought him back.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
incredible. And
trust me,
hopefully
good for
he's
him,
over. And honestly, that Sancho was the one I saw in Dortmund in that game.
We all know he's got quality,
Oh, yeah.
right? We've seen him
Yep.
do it. We've seen him do it. We know he can do it again. I think you're going to get the best out of him. I think he's going to hold out Anthony. I think Anthony will be on the bench because Sanchez comes back. Now you can put him on the right, put Rashford back on the left, and you're off and flying. I'm not convinced with Weghorst up top.
No,
I think he's a stopgap until you get to the summer.
Yeah. He was absolutely a stopgap until you get to the summer.
But here's for tomorrow against Leeds. I'm betting 2+ goals, 6, maybe even 8+ corners, and I'm just betting that Leeds may not even score. I'm going to look into a parlay here, but absolutely put the house on Man United to bring it against.
I think the Americans, Aronson, McKennie, and Adams are going to make sure they come away with points.
Come away with points.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
a bold prediction.
Aronson didn't miss very much on that free kick that could have gave them the 3-1 lead, and they would have won 3-2 in that Man United game last time.
Not wrong, Brooks, but
I could also
Team America is going to beat Manchester United tomorrow. Brooks is saying that right now. Sorry, Nate.
I mean, yeah, and if ifs and buts don't actually have the actual results, we can play the ifs game all day. If someone was on the other end of two of Sancho's balls that went right through the middle of the 18 untouched, then it's 4-2.
Yep.
Well, we'll give you that one. Then it's 4. We'll give you the free kick. It's 4-3.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
But I mean, Aronson hit the post. It's not like he whiffed on anything. It was a damn good free kick.
No one whiffed on
and
any-
I think
any
Deep
of the
beat
ones
De
that came
Gea,
in.
who's old and isn't good anymore, and they need to get rid of De Gea.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if I am a betting man, and if you're looking for some bets
We can
to
move to
parlay
Bundesliga
tomorrow,
if you want
I
to.
would parlay the Manchester clubs to both win, and for probably 2+ goals in each of those games.
Yes.
So yeah, put some money on that. It's probably going to be minus odds, to be honest.
It
because-
probably will. It'll
Yeah,
probably,
but-
for sure, Man
But
United will
but
be
it's
favored.
money you're going to win because I see both of that happening, and I will be very surprised if neither of those teams win.
And if you are a betting service, digital betting service, we are looking for sponsors.
We are. We are.
Seems to be a theme running through the show.
Yes.
You got some money you want to burn? Great.
Yeah, anybody got
Can't
some
wait
money?
to put my $2 bets down on the game.
Yeah. All right. So Weghorst isn't working out. There is a striker this past week who scored 4 goals in a game. I know he has a thing for Manchester United. Maybe there could be maybe they could buy him. I don't know. Ronaldo. Did you guys see the highlights of Ronaldo scoring 4 goals?
It was probably
I
a
saw
joke.
one. No, I saw one.
No.
It was really bad.
The
It was
defender, I
really
swear
bad.
to you, the defenders look like blind schoolgirls. And no offense to any blind schoolgirls. If you're listening, I 100% apologize. And if you defend Ronaldo, you will probably do a better job than the team he was playing against because they were terrible. And every single goal he scored, what did he do? He went and did his little
thing.
Sweet.
Of course he did.
He gets paid to do it, right? I mean, he gets paid to do his little dance. But it's news. I figured we'd talk about it. The defending was terrible. I don't know if you guys want to comment on it, but it was absolutely horrendous.
He's old news.
He's old as well, actually, and he's
Yeah.
showing his age.
As Glenn Hearn says, Ronaldo sucks.
Ronaldo sucks.
Yes.
You know what, Glenn? You're not wrong.
Yes.
Other big news, Real Madrid are club world champions. Oh, my God. No one cares.
I know.
No one cares.
Not till
today.
2025
Not till 2025.
when they restructure it.
That is going to be interesting when they restructure it, and we'll see if players can actually play in it because they might be so dead from all the playing and all the tournaments and all the games. I don't know if we'll have any players left.
I think we should just play games like 7 days a week. Why not? I think that we're heading that way. You know?
You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
7 days a week of
today,
soccer.
Real Madrid won 5-3 over Al Hilal, and Al Hilal, the first team from
Saudi Arabia.
to make the final. It was a 5-3 win.
Who's Al?
Al Bundy
Is that some
from Married with
Al
Children.
Hilal. They are a Saudi Arabian team. I got to be honest. Listen, Real Madrid went with their full squad.
Yeah.
They had some ballers, so I don't care if you lost 5-3 to Real Madrid. You're you're a decent team, and you put up a good
No,
fight.
and not to take any, and being all serious, not to take anything away from them.
Oh, Glenn's in. There you go. He says
I
Ronaldo
just
sucks.
wonder, you walk in there and you know you're the better team, and you know what you're playing.
Yeah.
Like, it was
Oh,
a starting group, but was their heart really in the game? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I'm going to go on the opposite end of this one, Nate. You're Al Hilal. You play in the Saudi Arabian League. You think you don't?
Al Harar's heart was in
Oh,
the
I'm
game.
sorry.
I'm talking about Madrid.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
don't
sorry,
mean,
yeah.
and that's what I mean is I'm not trying to take anything
Yeah,
away
yeah,
from them, but I just question whether Madrid showed up like really ready to go.
Agreed.
I don't question Al Harar coming in really hot and heavy, wanting to win.
Because
that
this
match.
is their World Cup. This was
Yeah.
the biggest game that
I think
most of those players will ever play.
Yeah, I think any team would want to do it no matter what. I just question whether Madrid went all out in the middle of a season.
Yeah.
With games on.
They had all the big guys playing.
No, I understand that,
But you're right. Did they put a full maximum effort in? They want to go back and try to compete for La Liga.
You have all the big guys competing in a scrimmage as well, and a friendly as well. You know what I mean? So, it just depends on how they treated it.
Yep. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't give a shit about the Club World Cup. It means nothing.
It's just
no big deal.
the problem is like it's just another competition, and like they said, hopefully 2025 when they bring in more European clubs, they can find time. They bring in more from South America, more from MLS League. Like I think the world has come to a point in soccer where we see other countries play other countries in the World Cup. We want to see other clubs compete against other clubs and see where teams stack up against each other.
Right.
Because who knows, maybe it'd be a weird year, and it's like, Leicester City winning the Premier League. It's like Liga MX or MLS winning the Club World Cup, and like they actually bring you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I think people want to see
MLS
that.
needs to actually get there first, so let's not put the cart before the horse. 'Cause I don't know.
Seattle was there.
Yeah, once. So okay,
They were there.
Hey, how'd Stuttgart do
They got their
today?
ass kicked.
Ooh,
They shit the
it
fucking
is Saturday night, folks. We're throwing daggers at each
We
other
are.
here.
They shit the bed, but I'm a realist when I talk about my team and don't pretend that it's really good.
I am a realist. Come on.
If you want
MLS
to
has gotten better every year.
It's gotten better.
The boys
every
are
year.
They need more depth.
Fighting again.
Craig, can you tell him to stop?
Turn his microphone off,
Yes.
Craig. Oh my gosh. Brooks, you did actually mention something that it is getting congested. There's a lot of cups. There's a lot of competitions. There's a lot of league, everything, this and that. One of the best teams in the world with some of the top players in the world is struggling mightily right now. PSG faltering again because Mbappe went down injured. Messi's gone down injured. And guess who they play this week? They play in the Champions League this week against Bayern Munich.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bayern Munich is playing PSG. PSG, I have heard that Messi will be back, but listen, you're 35, you pick up a hamstring injury.
So Bayern just destroys PSG.
That thing doesn't heal
Like
in a
they
week.
did to Barcelona?
That takes weeks. Mbappe out.
Well, they needed to do somebody because Barcelona wasn't available for them to destroy this year, so they need.
I mean, you're not wrong. But Barcelona are absolutely killing it in La Liga right now. They are.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of
That
their
United
games.
versus Barcelona Europa match is going to be really.
It will be a good
That
one.
is going to be fire.
For both teams.
It's
Yeah,
nice to
man.
see that in the Europa League, but it was also nice to see like the Germans like Frankfurt make a run and like Celtic. Like I like
Absolutely.
to watch those teams, but it's nice, some
Well,
big team needs to get kicked down in the Europa League. You know what I
the
mean?
Europa League has really matured over
Yeah.
the last few years and looks really good.
Yeah.
You're just saying that because you hope your team.
You got
wins.
Villarreal always
And then
in
you
it
got
in the
Frankfurt that
final.
won it, a quality
Sevilla.
club.
Yeah.
Quality.
They beat
Sevilla and
Barcelona.
Villarreal.
This is true.
And they beat West Ham.
Yeah.
Arsenal could have beat West Ham, so therefore Frankfurt won the league last year.
Yes.
I mean, listen, I am not
Pretty
in
close.
any way poo-pooing the Europa League because I actually
like the
really
Europa
like
League.
the Europa League.
I do.
I do.
I
I
do.
really like it. But
I
it's
like
not
seeing
the
the other
Champions
clubs,
League, right?
yeah.
Like you got Champions League and then you got Europa League. It's,
Yeah, no shit.
I wish the Europa.
It's like
we're,
hey,
yeah.
I wish the
It would rather
Europa.
be obviously, but it is a lot better than what it used to be.
I wish like the finalists would like play each other in a little tournament like from Champions League and Europa League and like let's see how that worked out. That'd be interesting.
the
They
two
do.
finalists do play each other.
Yeah, two finalists play each other the following season.
No, I mean like the 4 teams. Like
the 4 teams.
yeah. You play like a little like other side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. That's what you were saying.
Yeah.
You said little tournament there.
Yeah. I think it'd be interesting.
You want another tournament? You want
Again, players are going down injured here.
I do.
Brooks, and
Brooks
you're
over
gonna have
here.
more
There's
competition.
just too much soccer.
Forget Nations League.
By the way,
Forget UEFA, whatever. Forget all this bullshit. Forget Gold Cup.
By the way, I've got another
I just want
idea
World
for
Cup and a lot of
competition
shit ton
over
of club
Yeah,
tournaments.
Yeah.
I want more Moose Cups. I want like an
More
Elk Cup
Moose
or something.
Cups.
Yeah,
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 that would be nice.
The Tim Hortons Cup for Nate.
No.
No?
No.
Okay, fine. That's fine. Okay.
All right, so let's jump into that. The Champions League is coming back this week. AC Milan versus Tottenham, PSG versus Bayern, Borussia Dortmund versus Chelsea, Club Brugge versus Benfica. All right, let's go through real quick. AC Milan are not having the greatest year in the world,
I think they beat Tottenham.
but I think they beat Tottenham because Tottenham are absolutely. Hey, AC Milan, here's a hint. Just watch what Leicester did today.
Well, and they have the guy with the best hair in the world, Giroud.
And they
Giroud?
got Zlatan.
Yes.
Giroud.
And
And
they
Zlatan
could have had
was injured.
Pulisic if he wanted to make a darn move. So,
And Dest.
yes.
They got Dest.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
But obviously, I think, and Nate, you might have, you might say different on this, but to me, the game is PSG versus Bayern, even though PSG is without Mbappe.
Well, that week, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think.
Or, are you going to tell me Borussia versus Chelsea?
I think it's going to be a very interesting
I
match.
figured, yeah.
I think it's going to be. Dortmund has been rolling. They're averaging like 3
1-2,
goals a game.
2-0 again today, yeah.
Yeah, Chelsea's been struggling, but
Because
We'll
Chelsea
see.
played Dortmund. No, who plays? Yeah, Chelsea played Dortmund.
Chelsea played Dortmund.
Because I was
But
watching
Chelsea-
the Dortmund game today, and they mentioned that.
As I
Yeah.
said, Chelsea right now are putting it together. I think in the next couple of weeks here, they put it together and they're able to roll because João Felix
yeah,
is playing well.
one-
Mudrik's finally getting up
Yeah.
to be with the league. Enzo Fernandez is just he seems to
We'll
be
see.
a great buy.
Yeah.
This is going to be if we'll see how Bellingham is going to do against that Chelsea midfield because it's
no, I would worry about the Dortmund attack. Is what I would worry about.
They were really good
They
today.
got some guys,
Oh.
and their best attacking player was out, Adimeni.
It's funny.
Like,
It's
know.
funny you say that because Chelsea, in my opinion, their weak link is their defense.
Yeah.
Yes.
They push up so far that they get counterattacked, and I don't. They're at 6s and 7s all over the
If
place.
Dortmund played the way I saw them play today against Bremen, Chelsea are in trouble.
They will be
Like big time. Like
they-
the movement was crisp today from Dortmund. The
Yeah.
1-2 touch, just and the first time ball to switch out. It was beautiful, and especially against the high press, it was wonderful. And for those that don't watch the Bundesliga, like you want a team to watch, like besides Bayern, is Dortmund, and obviously some Union Berlin, obviously because they're doing so well. But there are some
yeah.
teams that play some
Yeah.
damn good soccer in the
So
Bundesliga.
you got Munkuku, you got Haller,
Yeah.
you got Adimeni that you didn't see today because
Correct.
he was out.
Yep.
You got Anthony Modeste still sitting around there. You got Mullen that's sitting around there.
Yeah. Julian Brandt was wonderful today.
Yeah, Brandt's
Yeah.
a solid player. These guys,
Yeah.
they're all really good.
Yes.
And like most of them will be leaving that club at some point.
Guerrero's
Not to
good, too.
Yeah, not to
Yes.
mention Bellingham, not to mention Can, not to
Reyna.
mention Diaz.
Yeah.
So
Emery Chan's not going anywhere. He's there for the
no,
long
not
haul.
going anywhere.
I love
I'm
Emery
talking
Chan.
about just-
People don't like that
player.
guy. There's just something about him. He just like the today.
He's a try-hard.
I love him. Like today, he had like a little like back heel flick. Like he was leaning. He got on. He led to a counterattack. Almost scored. Like
I've
he
seen
does
him try
some
that
interest.
before, and he whiffed on it. So that's
Yeah.
Emery Chan in a nutshell for you.
What did?
All right, boys. I do want to ask you a quick question.
You don't
though.
like him?
I'm fine with him.
All right,
Me
boys.
too.
Craig went after Emery Chan.
I'm not.
He was
I'm
after
just not a
United.
fan.
Yeah.
of his. I don't know.
Yeah,
I know he played for Liverpool.
Doesn't appeal.
Jeez.
Yeah, exactly. All right, boys. If you had to watch one Champions League game this week, who are you watching? I want to know from the fans as well, from our viewers. Put it into the chat. Let us know which one you're watching. Is it AC Milan Tottenham, PSG versus Bayern, or is it that Borussia Dortmund versus Chelsea? Or maybe just maybe you're gonna say none of those. None of those. I want my Club Brugge versus Benfica. But for you two boys, Nate, Brooks, what's your game? What's the one that's gonna stick out to you? Is it that Chelsea Borussia Dortmund game?
I think that's the one for me. I don't know. Is RB Leipzig, you think, going to give Man City a challenge?
No. Isn't
I
that
mean, they are
the
not.
following week, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
it's
true.
following
It's the
week. That's the
22nd.
following week,
That's a
yep.
good point. So for this week,
I wouldn't say no.
yeah. So for this week, yeah, Dortmund Chelsea is probably the one. Yeah.
Dortmund Chelsea.
But I like to see a good beating Bayern gives PSG, to be honest with you. Just be like, take that oil money and shove it up your you know what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Nate, you're gonna go with the Chelsea game.
I would start with the Chelsea Dortmund game
Yeah.
with my eyes on the Munich game.
Yeah.
If the Munich game doesn't go the way I think it would go, then I might flip it over there. But I would start with the for sure because I think that's a more interesting game.
Yeah.
I hate to say that the Munich game's a foregone conclusion, but I think the first game, at least the first match,
Yeah.
I think they're going to take the first one.
Okay.
Yeah. Victor says PSG is the one.
Really?
Yeah, that much.
PSG,
Yeah.
Bayern
Yeah.
game.
Oil money is life. Laugh out loud. That's what Victor says.
Nate, why don't we quickly do some Bundesliga chat here? I wanna jump
I don't
in.
want to today.
You don't? Well, I want to show the table. Just so everybody's aware.
But Union
Nate's very
Berlin
sad
won, and so did
'cause,
Dortmund. So they're keeping close to
Stuttgart
Bayern.
lost.
I don't know if you want me to. I don't even know if you want to cover that. We'll cover our game, but the Stuttgart.
I do want to quickly show the top end.
Do you want how I really feel about what's going on right now? Do you want?
What do you want? Tell me.
What do you want? You tell me, goddammit!
I mean,
It's your show.
I mean, tell us your thoughts on the Bundesliga. I'll put up the table again. The top end is getting a little congested there, and the
top
bottom
end
is
great.
This is great. This
Yeah,
is
so-
some parody.
43, 42, 44, 37, 36. Leipzig really. I'm happy that Leipzig lost today because I wanted Union to sit there and be nipping at the heels of
Bayern.
Munich. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. Bayern came out. It was actually a pretty even match until Balcom kind of screwed up. I don't know if you saw this, but the defender went to pass it back to the goalie, kind of chipped it to the air, and then ran away from the ball.
Never a good idea to do that.
And
Just
then
an
Mueller
FYI.
just put it in, and then after that 1-0 lead, it was they were doing, and actually Balcom has taken points from Munich before, so it was unfortunate that and if you said that defender was paid off, I would believe you because it was really bad. Mavropauso, the American coach over there at Hoffenheim, had a rude awakening to Leverkusen. I kind of thought it was going to go that way. I think he will do well at Hoffenheim, but I just think Leverkusen's just that good.
Yeah.
Dortmund versus Bremen. I thought it was going to be a little bit more high scoring than it was, but 2-0 to them. They're looking very, very solid. And then to me, the match of the week was honestly Leipzig Union. I was expecting that to be the match of the week. I was hoping for a Union win, even though Leipzig has been doing very, very well, which is why I want to discount them against Chelsea or City.
Man City, yeah.
Because City's not been doing. City's been
Yeah,
struggling a little bit.
City's slumping a little bit. They can't get their stuff together right now.
And Leipzig
It's,
actually
it's
has
a
been
struggle.
doing very, very well.
Yeah.
They came out against Union, got the first goal, and Union came back with a beautiful goal outside the 18 that just got it got cleared out to the player who's side volleyed it in from outside the 18. Really solid shot. And then the game-winning goal was the penalty kick, which was kind of unfortunately given if you're a Leipzig player, and I get it, a handball is a handball, but I'm not sure when your body is not, it's a cross, you're defending, and basically from what I saw, from what I remembered, his arm was out, but he wasn't even looking at the play and it hit the arm that wasn't even looking at the play, and they called it a handball.
It's unfortunate, right? It
Yeah.
happens. It's part of the sport. It's
As
unfortunate.
for Stuttgart and Freiburg, if you have kids, you earmuff them for about 2 minutes. Fuck this head coach. Fuck him square where the sun doesn't shine in a non-pleasant way, if you liked it or not.
With a
This
coconut.
fucking guy is an idiot. And I'm so tired of it. I kind of actually, after the end of this game, I was like, fuck this. Have him be relegated. I just don't care. And I hope ESPN 2 just gets Bundesliga 2 just so I can watch this shit. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. The the only two shots Freiburg had were off of goddamn penalty kicks from a center back who is not fast enough on his feet, who shouldn't have been out there, Craig. He shouldn't have been out there. Want to know why he shouldn't have been out there? Because last time this fucker played was in November. And guess what he did then? He caused a fucking goal then as well. And they took the best defender that they had, the best Greek national defender they had, and benched him. They fucking benched
the guy. And then at the 90th minute, when all this shit was done, they put him in. Where? Forward.
Opa!
Forward.
Just like
Hoping for
Greece.
the big
They
center
fucking
back.
put him in at No, after the first one where he couldn't get his legs around and kind of just knifed into a dude because he was slow, he should have been pulled. Meanwhile, Cialis, their really, really fast guy, he sat on the bench for 15 minutes. Sweet player management. You're a fucking genius. I hope this is ridiculous. I can do better in FIFA. It's not hard. It's not that fucking hard. Hey, you're really good at your job. Go do your job. No, I'm going to be cute and fucking overthink it. Look at me. I'm the new guy here. Fucking idiot. Dude, they don't even get a new manager bounce, for God's sakes. This guy hasn't won a goddamn game. Piece of shit.
And next week, we're going to have a bleeping noise every time.
That's what Victor asked. You have control of the microphones.
Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, it'll sound like Morse code when Nate's talking next week, provided they don't win again. Yeah, no,
They won't.
listen.
They won't. They're done.
They're in seventh. They're in.
I don't
let's
care.
start that table again
They're
real
done.
quick.
They are
in
done.
16th, so, I mean.
They are done.
that
I have
would
no
be-
faith in this guy who's doing shit. He's from Cars Rule.
Yeah, there's,
Screw that
there's
place.
3 points out, so it's
almost
just
as bad
gonna be
as
a struggle.
Canada.
It's gonna be a struggle. All right, thank you for that.
See, I know
update.
usually the new manager kicks ass. That's the whole goddamn point.
It's a thing. Let's put up La Liga table. Let's get rid of this real quick. All right, Barcelona up top, killing it. They are 8 points ahead on 20 games, doing really well. Madrid definitely not going to.
Do I know why Barcelona's doing really well? Because they don't have an asshole for a fucking manager.
It's Xavi.
You beat me to it. Real Sociedad following third. Atletico Madrid in fourth. And down the bottom, Elche. See ya, you're going to be relegated. You actually might be relegated now. Goodbye. Getafe, good luck getting out of that. Valencia, those 3 teams, it's going to be a struggle. But Elche is pretty much
Mallorca,
gone.
the club that Stu Holden owns, is in 10th, though.
It's unfortunate that Stuttgart was in
Mallorca?
that league.
Yeah, I
'cause
think
they probably
Mallorca is
get
owned
wins
by
off 'em.
Steve Nash, Stu Holden, and I think someone else. There are a couple Americans that own Mallorca, I think.
Oh, interesting.
I believe so.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Mallorca's a party island off Spain.
Mallorca? Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Brooks, what's
MLS.
updates we got, buddy?
MLS. Oh, boy. Victor's favorite time of the
All
show.
right. We only got
And
about
Glenn
8
Hearn.
minutes left. We still got to do Team of the Week.
Yes.
And one or two other little quick things. But what do we got on the MLS and how's it going? The
So-
season hasn't kicked off yet officially. Kicks off February 25th.
Yes.
Nashville versus NYFC.
Correct, yes. Just a few updates. San Jose acquiring Jonathan Mensah, the center back from Columbus Crew. So it was like $150,000 of GAM,
For
which
the next
is
2 years, I believe, right?
yeah,
I think
it's
the
like you
GAM
get
is
some
next
this
2
year.
years,
If he plays next year and the
Yep.
year after, they give them GAM, and we call it MLS Monopoly money if people would like to know that. So that's because you can use it in the league. No, it was a good pickup. They needed some depth. They needed a good center back. San Jose. Nathan went down with a knee injury, from my understanding.
No, I'm okay.
Yes, it was a good pickup from San Jose. I think that kind of honestly pushes him up a little bit in the Western Conference. So, because they needed some really backline help, and he's a commander of the. He's very good in the air, leader of the line. Can play out of the back, can cover ground. So they kind of needed that. I think JT Marcinkowski needs someone like that in front of him, because Marcinkowski makes a few blunders from every now and then. So good pickup by San Jose. Emmanuel Reynoso has been suspended for the preseason because he's been absent, which is weird. That's
So what? He just didn't show up? Is he
Yeah,
in a
he's-
contract dispute? He's like, maybe I'm just
no
not
one
playing.
knows
No one
exactly.
Hey,
But
man, you should show up to work, buddy, because that's how you get paid. You know?
yeah,
I'm just saying
and that's
right now.
Minnesota United's star player. So I don't know, man. Like,
Was he pushing for a transfer or something, and the club didn't grant it? We don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Interesting.
Adrian Heath's got to get that place correct, because he has not done well with the amount of money they spend on players. And I think he is the one that is on the hot seat if things do not start off well for Minnesota United. Courtney Ford going down with an an Achilles injury. The Sporting KC center back who was a homegrown for the Rapids. That's a tough one for the young lad. And then TFC were sold. Give me 1 second here. TFC sold one of their young players to a first division Norwegian team. Give me 1 sec. Oh, Jaden Nelson. Yes, Jaden Nelson, the young TFC Academy player who actually did trial at Arsenal and a few other England clubs, has been sold to Rosenborg BK. So that has been offered and it's been accepted. So good luck to him. MLS again selling on their academy players, which is a good thing. And that's probably money that TFC will use in the long run. So there's a few quick updates from the MLS transfers.
All right.
There you go.
All right, and like we said, the season kicks off in what about 2 weeks now? 2 weeks away? Are we?
25th. Yeah.
I'll be in Cincinnati on the 11th.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right.
Watching the Cincy versus Seattle game.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, boys. So this week, some good soccer as we talked about on TV with the Champions League. Tomorrow we talked about Leeds versus Man United. Put your money on Man United. Manchester City versus Aston Villa from the Etihad. Put your money on Man City there. And on Monday, we've got the Merseyside Derby. It is Liverpool hosting Everton.
Battle of the shit teams right now.
Dumpster fire versus dumpster fire, but one dumpster fire has a new chief in charge, and they got a little
They're
bounce.
kind of putting the fire out a bit.
This is going to be interesting to see how Sean Dice attacks this game because he knows that he's going in to Liverpool. He's going into the Cup, and it will be that's going to be an interesting one, by the way.
Must be nice to fire your manager and then do better.
That's normally what happens.
Yeah, sweet.
Not at your club, apparently.
Nope.
And then, Nate, as you so kindly reminded us earlier today, Wednesday, February 15th, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, is Arsenal hosting Man City.
Ooh.
This is going to be a massive game in the title race. I am very interested to see how these two teams approach this game.
Yep.
Pep Guardiola has got to be. I just thought about this. They could very well be looking at that game on Wednesday and overlook
Tomorrow.
one Aston Villa Football Club is coming calling tomorrow.
As he crosses his fingers.
Yeah.
I gotta ask a question here. So, if you think City is guilty, and if it was 115 different,
109.
maybe one of them lands, and then Pep's out there going, "They didn't lie to me. I knew about this." Did he not just incriminate himself? Did he just not like? I'm not a lawyer, but I think you just incriminated yourself.
You're not a lawyer?
I'm not.
You like to argue like one.
I should have been.
Yeah.
You damn well should have been a lawyer.
Yeah.
Actually.
Should have.
No, I do not. I do think they are guilty. I do not think they will be found guilty. I think they will pay enough. They will tie this up in court. It will go away. And anything in a couple of years, probably about 2.5 years, they'll be slapped with some fines of a couple £1 million here and there.
Yeah.
And everybody will forget, and we'll all be on our hunky-dory way. Someone brought up an argument the other day on our Facebook group that says they should have their titles stripped of them, right?
Yeah.
You know what? It doesn't matter.
They wouldn't
Who
give
cares?
it. Do you see like the
United and
2014
Liverpool fans that would get all the
Yeah.
titles.
Yeah,
You know what?
the 2014 Liverpool fans like, please, we should have won that. Well, you didn't.
Great.
It
And
was the year that
everybody's gonna be
Gerrard
like,
slipped,
yeah,
right?
we won it. But are
Yes.
you not going to remember the 2012 Sergio Aguero goal? I mean, you're going to remember
No.
that.
Yes.
And you're all of
I
a
don't
sudden you'll be like,
remember
you
it.
know what?
I
That
remember
didn't,
it.
didn't happen. It
I
didn't count.
remember it.
Against
All I
QPR?
remember- It's weird. In my history timeline, all I remember is United lifting up a trophy that year.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. That's. I do want to explore that topic a little bit. Maybe that'll be next week, boys. For now, what we're going to do is we're going to finish up with one of my favorite segments, the We Are Soccer, Michigan Soccer Central Team of the Week.
Yes.
This week, oh boy. All right, Nate, you're going to get a kick out of this. You ready?
Get a kick out of it every week.
All right. This week's Michigan Soccer Central and We Are Soccer Team of the Week is the MYSA Rising 05 team, who won the Livonia Indoor League Cup. All right, here you go. Here you go.
Where's the Livonia Indoor League Cup?
It's in
played?
Livonia, it's
Outside
indoor.
of saying.
Is it at the Livonia Athletic?
It might be.
Yeah.
It might be.
Where the old YMCA used to
But
be?
here's the thing, boys.
Yeah.
The MYSA Rising 05 team scored 105 goals this season, conceded 17 goals in 12 games.
Wow.
So if you do the math, that's 8.75 goals per game that they scored.
Sounds like they're playing in a bad league.
I think you guys need to move up a league. Congratulations. That is an
That's being
awesome
dick,
tally.
but, like-
And just so you're aware, it's the Michigan Yemen Soccer Association, the Rising 05 team. So congratulations, guys.
Yes.
Well
I
done.
will
What a
say-
season. I don't care what league you're playing in. You
No.
scored that many goals.
I'm
That's
gonna
amazing.
say this though. It doesn't matter the league. What's always nice, and I think it's always nice, is to see community teams.
Yep,
Yes.
absolutely.
And that's what I believe the MYAS.
MYSA?
MYSA. You took it off. I'm dyslexic. I can't read it. Thank you. I think that's what the MYSA is a very community-based, culture-based club and group.
Yes.
Yep,
It's always
absolutely.
nice to see that type of camaraderie out there and that type of community action out there.
So absolutely right, Nate. Big congratulations to the MYSA
Yep.
05 Rising team. If you have a team who you think should be the Michigan Soccer Central and We Are Soccer Team of the Week, please send us your nominations. Any of our social channels, emails, whatever, hit us up. Let us know who you think it should be, and we will promote them, and we will put them in front of our board, and we will vote. And maybe your team could be the We Are Soccer Michigan Soccer Central Team of the Week next week. All right, boys. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I know it's Saturday night. Everybody's got stuff going on. Super Bowl tomorrow. We wanted to get the show in this week. Big thank you to Soccer World and Next Level Training and SuperFanPacks.com. Without those three friends, this show does not happen. Thank you guys. Very much appreciate it. Thank you to the viewers. Very much appreciate you guys. Do us a huge favor. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. Give us a share. And if you're on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcast from, be sure to subscribe to us and leave us a comment. Let us know what you think of our show. And until next week, we are out. So, boys, enjoy the rest of your Saturday night, and we will see you next week.